Hello everybody. Today we are going to study about the anatomy of the skeletal system, which is often referred to as the body's framework. It is a complex network of bones, joints, and connective tissues. The skeletal system plays a crucial role in maintaining the structural integrity of our body. It provides mobility to our body and protects the vital organs. Beyond its foundational function, as we discussed, the skeletal system is involved in some more important functions like hematobiosis, which is the production of the blood cells, including all the red blood cells, the white blood cells, and platelets. Bone marrow, which is a soft fatty tissue in the bone, all stores the growth factors necessary for the growth of the children's and also stores the minerals like calcium. Bone releases factors into the blood that are necessary for normal functioning of the soft tissue organs such as kidney. So human skeletal mainly composed of two categories, the axial skeleton and the appendicular skeleton. So in all together, there are 206 bones in a human skeleton. So first we will study about the axial skeleton. Axial skeleton contains nearly approximately 40% of the skeletal bones, or you can say in altogether out of 206, 80 bones. The axial skeleton bones mainly are the head bone or the skull bone, the bones in the neck, the spine or the vertebral column, bones in this spine and the vertebral column, the ribs, also called the thoracic cage. All these bones include in the axial skeletal system. Axial skeletal makes up mainly the central axis or the main axis of the human body. Typically, it aligns with the spinal column or vertebral column. It helps in protection the organs like ribs. Our ribs protects the organs like heart, the lungs. It maintains the stability and coordinate movements. The skeletal system plays a crucial role in providing and facilitating the movements of the body and thus serving as a framework for the body. Additionally, it serves as an anchor or support for many muscles that are involved in various functions, including the posture of the body, the movements required for the muscles of respiration involved in respiration, and the head movements. The appendicular skeleton, it mainly composed of the bones in the upper limb and lower limb, the bones in the shoulder girdle, also called as pectoral girdle, and pelvic girdle. It also provides structural support for the body and facilitate movements. Bones in the appendicular skeleton serve as the attachment points for the muscles and tendons. Muscles attached to these bones allows for the voluntary movements of the limbs and the other parts of the body. So, first of all, in axial skeleton, we will study the skull. The skull comprises of cranium and some facial bones. These include frontal bone, the parietal bone, temporal bone, occipital bone, sphenoid bone, ethmoid bone, nasal bone, palatine bone, and zygomatic bones. Cranial bones, in all together, there are approximately eight cranial bones, which provides protection to the brain and layers covering the brain called meninges. These are meninges, which protects the surrounding brain and the spinal cord. These layers have to provides the cushion of the central nervous system from injury and trauma, and thus provides protection against the physical impact. First is the frontal bone, which is a cranial bone. So the frontal bone is a singular bone, means it is one or unpaired bone. It is located at the front of the human skull. It forms the forehead, or you can say it also involves in forming the upper part of the orbits, also called eye sockets, and the anterior part of the cranial vault. The frontal bone, along with the other cranial bones, provides protection for the frontal lobes of the brain. The frontal bone contains the frontal sinuses, which are actually paranasal sinuses. These are air-filled cavities within the bone. Number two, parietal bone. One on either side, that means they are two in numbers. They are just forming the superior and lateral aspect of the skull, and they join at the top of the skull. The parietal bone, along with the cranial bones, provides protection to the brain. It supports and contributes to the overall structure and stability of the skull. The temporal bone, these are also two in number, one on either side. They are lying just under each of the parietal bones, one on the right side, one on the left side. Their function is very crucial. That is the protection of the inner ear structures, and also provide support for the jaw. The occipital bone, it is one in number, or you can say unpaired bone, located at the back and the base of the skull. It forms part of the posterior skull. It protects the occipital lobe of the brain and contributes to the structure of the cranium. There is a large opening at the base of the occipital bone, which allows the spinal cord to pass through and connect with the brain. And this opening is called foramen magnum.